So greetings to you. Greetings and welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. Prasad, your precious gift. My mandate is keep Guyana safe. To ensure that peace prevails, stability endures, and the health of the economy continues to progress. That's my mandate. Whenever there is a glooming threat that will interfere with that being achieved, I am activated. Because one threat against the stability of Guyana is a threat against me. For I am Guyana, and I am for Guyanese. Our biggest threat comes from those we interact with every day on our jobs, public transportation, schools, neighborhoods, those we consider our friends, even in relationships. They are our biggest threat, and by extension, our sleeping enemies, only waiting for the opportune moment to bring out the poison, those fangs, to inflict social, moral, economical, spiritual pain to the rest of us who might be unsuspecting. But I'll use every fiber in my intelligent being to expose, to cut the snake off by its head, to stab the vampire in its heart, to ensure that no plot against my government or my fellow citizen bears fruit. No hidden agenda materializes. I shall ensure that I do my part to protect the sanctity, the beauty of Guyana, 83,000 square miles. And most importantly, the government. And I speak of the Irfaan Ali government. There is a lot that is peddled around, and since we have the new media, social media, that everyone, even the most innocent amongst us, the most vulnerable amongst us, are held hostage, are hijacked, their attention hijacked from social media. And those behind the conspiracy to hijack the attention of our innocents and our most vulnerable, they have nothing good on their agenda, only to see how much they can recruit, influence, and bring on their side to fulfill their plans to destroy Guyana, to bring down the Irfaan Ali government. I have always pleaded, appealed, I pleaded, I appealed continuously to the good amongst us not to subscribe to the agenda of the guilty, of the damned, of the condemned. Don't subscribe to their agenda, but stand, I say, in solidarity with your legitimate government. God is the one who appoints presidents. The devil don't. The devil is what occupies the seat of the opposition to do the same thing to our presidents that the devil did to Jesus when he was fasting, to say, hey, compromise, bow down to me, curse God, do whatever, and I'll make you the king of the world. That is the mandate of the opposition in Guyana. They are possessed by Satan only to bring destruction, to steal, to kill. That's their plan. And from day one, they are busy recruiting, seducing, and seeing how best they can bribe decent folks. I'm not saying all the people that follow the Win Party or the PNC Party are idiots. Most are. But there are some sincere people who believe their message, who believe what these people are saying. But when they realize that it's all a hoax, it's a lie, it's stupid, what do you think they do? They turn their backs and they move on. I am of the view, and I take every gossip seriously. I take every leaked information seriously. Every threat I treat as important. I don't sweep anything under the rug. It is pointless to do that. It is pointless to do that. It's raining right now. So if you hear some background noise, it's just the rain doing its job. We are in December, so we'll get a lot of that. Now, Guyanese, I'll get right down to it. I'll get right down to it. The PNC, which means plenty, non-stop complaining, plenty, non-stop complaining. Plenty is one word, it's abundance. Non-stop means that there is no end in sight. Complaining means they're nagging like a bunch of bitches. That's the PNC. And the R means racist. Plenty, non-stop complaining, racist. Bear that in mind. Because I might slip up with that name. Understand that's what they mean. The PNC means P for plenty, N for non-stop, C for complaining, R for racist. Plenty, non-stop, complaining, racist. We should add an F to that. Fuckers. Plenty, non-stop, racist, fuckers. That's what the PNC signifies. And the Win Party, their significance is we invest in Negroes. So the plenty, non-stop complaining fuckers are planning together with the we invest in Negroes a massive protest for tomorrow, Monday, the 8th day of December. It is also a day where the Mohammeds have an issue with the courts. Just like they planned protest when they had the last issue with the court 2 Fridays ago. Well, they plan again for tomorrow. In case you haven't heard, you'll hear. But I'm telling you, they're circulating this thing amongst their so-called organizers. So they want it to seem like it's spontaneous. They want it to seem like they just say, hey, we're going out on protest, and people just, oh yes, let's go. The Guyanese are waiting for a leadership. They're waiting for some call. They're waiting for that switch of destruction to be activated. They're waiting for these assholes to press the naughty switch and say, protest, here we come. And then you have all them thugs in the ghetto of Georgetown, because nobody else would be attending those protests. They have enough numbers in the slums, the ghetto in Georgetown. They have enough numbers to make the appearance of a protest seem like it's attended by a few hundred people. I'm telling you folks, they're planning that tomorrow, Monday, the 8th day of December. There's something significant about the 8th. The 8 means, the letter 8 signifies new beginnings. New beginnings. 7 is completion, 8 new beginnings. So they're planning to initiate a new beginning for Guyana tomorrow. I don't know if it's agreed upon as to who will take the presidency, if it's the Mohammeds or Norton or this Campbell guy, I don't know. But I don't think in any way Campbell and Norton is going to give that asshole the presidency. In no way those niggas are going to give that Indian boy presidency. The deal is they're planning a protest tomorrow. They're pushing it like it's a cash grant thing, these fucking niggas. I mean, come on, man. Can't you like protest for something important? Even a coup is not important. You're going to protest for fucking cash grants, or at least that's how you're making it seem. You want to protest to force the hand of the president? Force the hand of the president to make money available before fucking Christmas? So they spend all that money, and then in January they have another protest because they want early cash grants because people are broke from December. Is that all you niggas are thinking about? Food and fucking quick cash. That's why the followers of the PNC steal so much. That's why they steal so much. They're always shoplifting from supermarkets. And look at what they shoplift from supermarket. Bread, biscuits, cosmetics. So they can fucking eat and put on their fake stuff and go to some party to see whose pocket they can pick. That's the mentality of these niggas. Quick cash and fucking food. That's all they think about. Nothing else constructive. And the few Afro-Guyanese who are constructive, who are responsible, who are thinking not with their belly, but they're thinking with their future. Those Campbell group and fucking Norton gang, they're busy seeing how they can conspire to rob those Afro-Guyanese that are actually making an impact to the country. Why aren't we recognizing the Afro-Guyanese who worked under President Irfaan Ali to realize the Barjagdia River Bridge? Why can't we honor them? Why can't the Norton camp and the Campbell camp, why can't you recognize the many Afro-Guyanese that are doing massive things under the Ali government? They're black too. They're black. They're not like me. I identify as Indian. They identify as black. They're proud to be black. I am proud to identify as Indian. You can say what the fuck you want. That's what I said. But why can't you recognize those people, those black people? You're going to make it bad for them. You're going to fuck up their lives. Before you protest for something that makes sense, protest to get all the fucking Venezuelan illegals out of Guyana. Protest to force the Ali government to gather them up and deport them to Venezuela. Protest for that. Protest for that. Protest for the death penalty for the bomber who killed that black child in a recent terrorist attack. Protest for that. Fucking protesting for cash grant, you losers. Fucking hungry belly losers. Cash grant. The government has already allocated 50,000 Guyana dollars for the most vulnerable, the disabled community. What, Campbell, that's not enough for you? Norton, that's not enough for you? And that fucking Indian outcast, Mahipal, Indian outcast. 50,000 is not enough for you because you're eligible too. You're fucking disabled too, Mahipal. You're the PNC. That's your disability, PNC. What's wrong with you people, man? That's all you can think about? Destruction? There are people within your camp that leak your stuff. You think Ali people leak stuff? Ali people don't leak stuff. The stuff that Smelly Smell and fucking Bench Cop and all these other assholes are bringing to their platform, it's fake news. Fake news. They're laying and they're fantasizing. They're fantasizing, like how Bench Cop fantasized that Jagdeo has cancer. Yeah, he fantasized. And by the way, Bench Cop, Jagdeo is not a Cancerian. Jagdeo was born in February. February. If my information is correct, I think he's a Pisces. I don't know, but I think he's either Aquarius or Pisces. Either way, he's a waterman. Waterman, water sign. He ain't Cancerian. So if that's what you're trying to push, PNC camp or pundits, that Jagdeo has Cancerian, is not has Cancerian. He's either a Cancerian or he's not. Cancerian people are from June 21st to July 21st. I am July 8th. So I am Cancerian. 8 represents new beginnings. I represent new beginnings. When people see me, they see hope. When they tune into me, they tune into hope. Because I always bring hope. I represent hope, not despair. Hence, my date is the 8th of July. The hope I bring to Guyanese every day and those who watch from around the world is that there's always a new day. There's always a new day. Stand for positivity. So, Bench Cop, you represent despair. You represent lie. You represent homosexuality. You represent Burke. You represent Smelly Smell. You represent Norton. And that is disastrous. You people represent the opposite of good, which is evil. The opposite of good is evil. That's what you represent. I always knew that Bench Cop had a crush on Jagdeo. I don't know what the fuck with these niggas. You know what? Hear what my thing is. I've been saying this forever. I'm the doctor of law, professionally. Now I'm Dr. Politics. I'm Dr. PPP. Okay? I'm in that line now. Because I realize love ain't working. Because you tell people to love the government and they say fuck the government. So I say, you know what? Let me deal with the government. Let me deal with politics and try to keep my government in power, protect the Constitution, protect the rights of Guyanese citizens. Let me deal with that. But I'll tell you something. I could never understand for a long time why the men in the PNC hates women. Since I'm a child, I could never fucking understand. The men who like to beat up on women are PNC men. The men you always finding hanging around homosexuals are PNC men. The men who are violent, always in some street brawl, some protest, some confusion, are PNC men. That's why those PNC women are so frustrated. They're depressed. They work the whole fucking day just because they don't want to go home to those assholes they have to deal with. I never understand why. I mean, seriously, fellas, look, PNC is a black party. Don't let them shit fool you. Mahi Paulin the Indian, the fucking nigger. He was thrown out of the Indian race a long time. A matter of fact, Ganesh Mahipal left the Indian culture straight, and the PNC converted him. PNC converted him. He was better off being at the PPP. He was straight there. He liked women. Joined the PNC and fuck. Gotta like something, but I know it's not women. So Ganesh Mahipal don't represent Indian. He don't. I mean, look at the guy. Look at the guy. It's hard to tell what he is. I mean, you know what he is, but it's hard to tell what he is. But the PNC is a party that represents racism. They're not even racial. You can understand people who are racial. But fuck. They're racist. They practice racism every day. The PNC. And I couldn't get it. Coming up as a child, a young man coming up. Why do they hate women and hate Indians? I mean, Indian people don't represent women. In the Indian culture, they have both men and women. But they hate women the same passion they hate Indians. I couldn't get it. And I still don't get it. So that today, they have built an organization since Janet Jagdeo entrusted Guyana in the care and the hands of young Jagdeo. The PNC devoted resources, personnel, ammunition to destroy one man, Bara Jagdeo. They tried obia. They tried black magic. They tried witchcraft. They tried slander. They make the man publicly a homosexual. They make the man a murderer. They make the man a pedophile. They make the man a woman beater. They make the man a racist. All of that they did to Jagdeo. Yeah, you didn't know? They accused him of being a pedophile, liking children. I mean, liking as in sexual attraction. They accused him of being a homosexual with men and stuff like that. They accused him of beating up women. All of that the PNC did to Jagdeo. All of that, murder, phantom this, drugs, you name it. And that organization that the PNC built to destroy Bara Jagdeo, throw everything they could, everything they could at Jagdeo. Everything. They attempted to assassinate the man. They attempted to, I mean, you name it. And Jagdeo experienced it coming from the PNC. But he's still here. Healthy, strong, mighty, vibrant, intelligent, and he's going. Jagdeo is the human Duracell fucking battery. Keep going and going and going and going and going and going. That's Jagdeo. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Are you calling the man a devil? You PNC, you're calling Jagdeo a devil. But yet the scriptural verse from the psalmist, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That's Jagdeo. The psalmist wrote that for Jagdeo, because all the weapons you brought against Jagdeo, none of it prospered. None of it. You're supposed to be the Christian. He's supposed to be Hindu. But yet the Christian verse from the Psalms that spoke of God's people, saying that no weapon from the devil formed against the people of God shall prosper. Then Jagdeo is a man of God because no weapon prospered so far. He's still here. Even when the man take a vacation with his family, you're still scared. You wanted to know if your weapon prospered. You wanted to know if all these years of planning and your conspiracy and your sending of your obia, you're trying to poison the man. All these things you did. You wanted to know, since he seemed to be absent amongst yourself, it seemed like it worked this time. Because we don't know where Jagdeo is. You call Azruddin, hey, make an appeal. Let us see if Jagdeo is alive or if he's somewhere else. I mean, make an appeal. Push it, push it, push it. Let's see if he's there. Because we want to know if this thing finally worked. It's like an app. It failed the first time, failed the second time, failed the 1,000th time, but they still keep trying. They still keep trying to update and update and update and update. Then what do you know? Jagdeo appeared on the dance, I mean, of all the places, Barrett. Seriously, Barrett, you know how to be sarcastic. You know to be I want to say the word, but, you know, I mean, out of my love for you, I don't want to say that, but you know to tease them niggas sometimes. I mean, of all the places, Jagdeo, you showed up at a party on a dance floor. Are you kidding me? What could be more insulting to these niggas? Say, what the fuck? The man didn't just show up somewhere like trying to walk or maybe at some park trying to jog that we can say, you see, the doctor recommended that he go and exercise. You show up on a dance floor. You surprise them fucking nigga and that low-life scum Azruddin. And not only that, Jagdeo, you show them that you can dance. You know, you move and you show them. I mean, come on, man. Barrett, come on, man. Why? Now they have nothing else to talk about. Now they're planning to protest. And you know the protest is not about what they say it's about. But still pray for Jagdeo and pray for Ali even more. The PNC and the Win Party, Azruddin Mohammed, the loser, and the PNC, let me call the names, Campbell, Aubrey Norton, those two, and Azruddin, they were all diagnosed. Yes, I made a note of it, with AIDS. Let me repeat. Azruddin Mohammed, Aubrey Norton, Campbell were all diagnosed with AIDS. AIDS. And that's the worst kind. There ain't no cure for that. That kind of AIDS, there is no fucking cure for that. None. That is a lifestyle disease. That they were fucking raised like that. That is like nothing helped. Nothing helped. Preschool didn't help. Play school didn't help. Nursery school didn't help. Primary school didn't help. Secondary school didn't help. But that's as far as they went. College is a hoax. You don't really have to go. You can pretend to go, just pay for your certificate, and you graduate like the Mohammeds. That's the worst kind of AIDS. Now, according to professionals, that means acquire intelligence deficiency scunt. They replaced the word syndrome with scunt. So yes, the secret is out. Azruddin is an AIDS patient, Norton is an AIDS patient, and Campbell is an AIDS patient. Also Benchcup and fucking Smelly Smell and Burke and the whole PNC team. They're all AIDS patient. A, acquired. I, intelligence. D, deficiency. S, scunt. Not syndrome, scunt. That's the AIDS they have. And that's the worst fucking kind. Now you know, folks, there ain't no cure for that. So when you hear Ben Schwab and all of these people pushing their fake news, pushing their propaganda, and they're exposing their idiotness, you must understand they have AIDS. Acquired intelligence, meaning their mental faculty is deficient. There's a deficiency. No brain tablet, no multivitamin, nothing can help that. They're fucking deficient, and the older they get is the worse they become. The worst they become. Okay? So acquired intelligence means they're stupid, they're ignorant, they're idiots. Deficiency, they're poor, scum-like, ghetto, poor, skunks. Yeah, that's what they are. A bunch of fuck-ups. So when you get that from them, you understand they're no good. How can you respond to calls for protests from a bunch of AIDS people? How can you do that? This ain't no secret anymore. I'm telling you now. Afro-Guyanese, you must understand that you are not a victim of AIDS. You are not a victim of AIDS, Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese. You don't have to empower these men. You don't have to follow them. Most of you Afro-Guyanese are intelligent beings, and you continue to upgrade and update your intelligence. You don't have a deficiency. You acquired the PPP. Afro-Guyanese, you acquired the PPP. And by acquiring the PPP, you have adopted the philosophy of Chetty, self-development. So this is why you find a lot of the Afro-Guyanese who are not a part of the PNC, they're experts, they're smart people. They are intelligent people. They're fucking AIDS victims. And Azruddin is not even a patient. He's not even a victim. He embraces his AIDS status. He embraces it. This is why when he speaks, here is a practical demonstration. This is why when Azruddin speaks, you don't have to be a doctor or a psychiatrist to diagnose the AIDS that he has. You just have to look at the guy. The first thing is he has a dark shades. When people are constantly wearing, understand the psychology in dark shades. When you find men wearing a dark shades in the rain, at nights, indoors, they're criminals, they're evil people, they're fake, you can't trust them, they can't look at you when they're speaking, because their intentions are always evil. They have a lot of dark secrets, and the list goes on. It's not that they're blind. I mean, they're blind to being good. So they need to have a dark shade. They need to have a dark shades to hide their badness. That's one. Second thing is insecurity. When men are constantly wearing dark shades, insecurity. They embrace their ugliness. I mean, I don't know why Norton didn't really look at that as an option. I really don't know. Maybe he can't find anything to fit his face. Maybe even the specs fell off or falls off his face. Hey, fuck no. That face is too fucking ugly. For even this unalive or material piece of wear, accessory. But Azruddin Mohammed wears dark shades all the time because he's insecure. He can't face the public. And those are attributes to people with AIDS, acquired intelligence deficiency stunts. Those are characteristics of those kinds of people. Why would you want to follow that? No, Guyanese, seriously. The president knows, President Irfaan knows, that all these rumors about protest on Monday, it's not about a protest. They want to dethrone him. The plan has been there since September 2nd to look for every opportunity to push whatever fake news they can push. All of these things to look for an opportunity to dethrone President Ali. They want to take the president out tomorrow. They're planning this coup. It's not just protest for cash grants. I mean, which fucking low life is going to protest for cash? You're like a bitch that has her husband and she thinks he has a side chick. So every month she's like, I want to see 100% of that salary. If it's 10% less, I'm fucking protesting because I want the money. And these guys are not a bunch of bitches. They're a bunch of sluts, but they ain't bitches. They're using this rumor or this thing that they're planning. It's like, oh, we're going to protest on Monday to force the government hand to have the people get their cash grant before the Christmas because of poverty, because the money is going to circulate amongst it. Is that what you're hoping to find, Campbell, to help your business? You want a cash grant? Go to Guyanese. I mean, 150,000. You see, you're jealous of the disabled people. You are jealous of the disabled people. Now you want the Guyanese to demand 150,000, not 100,000, plus 50,000. As if a part of the Guyanese, even though the normal ones are there, is disabled. The only thing that is disabled amongst the Guyanese who joined the PNC is that they joined the PNC. The PNC is their disability. So if Campbell, if you are saying you want to protest for 150, because of 50,000 you want to compensate, you want to use President Ali to compensate 50,000 to Guyanese who made the mistake in supporting you or the PNC. That's how you want to keep their interest. You're trying to be relevant. That's what you're planning to do. But like I said, this is not about protest. This is not about cash grant. They know it's impossible. The president already announced the one-off cash grant for disabled people. That's already in the works. There ain't no more cash grant for the year. It has not been budgeted. It has not been planned. And nobody hinted stuff. I said, I want to see the video where the president said he's going to give cash grant before the year out. I want to see that video. The man didn't hint shit. He talked about possibility of cash grant, and he is delivering cash grant. He is delivering it. He said he'll do it, and he has done it. The 50,000 to the disabled community. That's what he said. That was a promise he made, and he fucking fulfilled it. What other cash grant? So this isn't about cash grant. They made a deal with Azruddin Mohammed, who kept saying that from his 100, and I imagine I give the guy 190 something thousand votes. It's 109 votes. What do you know? Sometimes I misread, you know. It's not 191,000, it's 109 votes, 9,000 votes he got. All black, all Amerindian. That's what he got. So they assured Mohammed that if they can join together, them losers on the PNC and those fuck-ups on the win side, and they can come out and protest tomorrow, the same day when he has a date with justice in the High Court, They can start to make it look like it's a protest. If the events of the court does not come out in favor of the Mohammeds, they step it up and get all them illegal Venezuelans that are waiting there in the shadows for Mohammed to call them out, and they would pursue office of the president. That's where they target this for the protest, the office of the president. Whenever the PNC talks about a protest, you have to think about a coup. They never have anything good in mind. Their objective in every protest is coup. They're looking at those niggas in Africa. They had another one there yesterday, another coup yesterday in Africa. That's where they get inspiration from. That is where the PNC gets inspiration from. Bloodshed and coup. They look at Africa. Even though nothing good happens there, they only take the bad. And they're blaming the Ali government that he has neglected the Guyanese people. I mean, look at how much the country has achieved. Look at how much. They want every cent the country earns to go back to those niggas, so they spent it the fuck out. And then they complain after that. Isn't that what they do? When most black people get their salary, before they get the check, before that end of the month salary goes into their accounts, the money is already spent. They take credit to the shops, they take credit to the car wash, they take credit to the beauty salon, they take credit to the jewelry, they take credit on the house. It's fucking finished. So when they go to the bank, all they have is what is left. And that they can't eat for a week. That's how they live their lives, on credit. So what Campbell is doing, what the PNC are doing, is just a typical Negro mentality. Money, 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 money. It's not like let's build a future. Let's save how much we can save so we buy cash. Or if you're gonna borrow some money, let's borrow some money to build a mansion. Then we can rent it. We can convert this into apartments, or we can do this. No, it's not about that. I see a nice Nike. Yeah, I see a nice slippers there. I see a nice, what's these bags they use? Michael Kors and fucking yeah. This is the Michael Kors watch. This is a. Let me see if I can take it off. Yeah, this is a, hold a second, yeah. Yeah, this is a Michael Kors watch. This is a Michael Kors watch. I can buy it. I'm not the PMC. I'm PPP. And being a PPP, we can afford it. We don't live on cash grants. Those of us in the PPP, we can buy stuff if we need it. See, I needed it. It's not a luxury. I needed it because it's going to last a long time. So you invest for the duration. You buy quality. You wear quality. But no, them PNC people that are waiting for the cash grant, they're going to spend that fucking. If President Ali is so afraid of Norton and Campbell, and he's like, oh my gosh, I don't want them to protest, I don't want them to have a coup, I don't want them to this, and then he comes with some press conference himself and say, well, before the new year, the government has decided to give out 150,000 because we realize, then Ali, President Ali, don't do that. Don't do that, seriously. Stop bowing to them Negroes. Stop bowing to them Negroes. The PNC is a Negro camp. There ain't no Indians there. The PNC is not a party that is inclusive. It is exclusively black. It's a racist organization that promotes black extremism. Black extremism, black superiority. That's what it promotes. This is why Rickford Burke can take money from Indo-Guyanese and publicly he's talking down on Indo-Guyanese as if he's some fucking supreme being. What the heck is black supremacy? I mean, how the fuck? What is black supremacy? What is so supreme about blacks? I mean, look at fucking North. Look at the PNC press conference. Look at the PNC's press conference. Look at the PPP's press conference. Let's examine the difference here. Let me show you something, Guyanese. Don't go to no protest. Don't go to no. I'm telling you, don't go to no protest. The police are serious. You have a black woman that is Home Affairs Minister. She ain't fucking around. The police are serious. Anytime Norton or Campbell calls for a protest, Afro-Guyanese, I'm telling you, don't go. Don't respond, because it is not about a protest. They want to bring down the government. They are radicalists. They want a coup at your expense. They want to shed your blood so that they can go and steal more. Steal more. Remember, all these guys are fucking-aires. Mohammed is a billionaire. Norton is a millionaire. Campbell is a millionaire. Mahi Paul is a millionaire. All of them are millionaires. Every one of them. That's not enough. They want to destroy your life, Afro-Guyanese, so that they can become billionaires. Because when they go into government, they do what every PNC person does, steal. So I'm telling you, don't respond to any protest. It is not a protest, it's a coup. They want a coup. They want to remove Irfaan Ali government. Don't respond. That black woman who's a Home Affairs Minister, she already tell them other Negroes in the police force and the military. She already instructed all them other Negroes in the police force and the military. Use necessary force. So if you don't like your life and your freedom, go and get killed for Mohammed and fucking Campbell. Go. Because they promised the Mohammeds that if they can remove President Irfaan Ali and Norton becomes president, his troubles are over. His troubles are over. They will never send him out of the country. He will not be extradited. He will get opposition leaders sworn in, and they're going to take Guyana for the rest of the existence of Guyanese. That is the plan. That is the plan. So I'm saying to you, Guyanese, do not put your guard out your thoughts. Because this is what I'm saying here is going to become public. Since I'm the one breaking the news, it's going to become public, unless you heard already. But I have people everywhere. I have sources everywhere. They send me information all the time, and I vet the information. They are discussing, they're planning to protest tomorrow, Monday, 8th of December. The protest has two factions. One, to try to remove the president, and two, to try to influence or pressure the courts that if they don't rule in favor of Azruddin Mohammed, more destruction will come. The Mohammeds are sponsoring the protest. They're sponsoring it. Not the Win Party. The Win Party is broke. They ain't got money. That's a sham. The Mohammeds have the money. And if they're going to donate money to the party, it has to be public. They have to make a public declaration as to how much money the party owns and how the party got the money, how did it raise the money. They have to do all of that. So they have to have records to show where the Win Party secured the billions that they have. So the party has no money. They're using the party as if the party is protesting. Look at the recent protest the Win Party had. Who showed up? Who showed up? Nobody. So they're joining together with the PNC, and they're using the cash grant to stimulate them fucking hungry belly Guyanese, them low life fucking thugs, to like, yeah, it's my money. I want my money before Christmas. I want my money. Where is Jagdio? I want my money. Jagdio is fucking partying. He deserves it. And you don't got no money to get. You want money, get a job. Get a job before Christmas. Now it's in demand. Jobs are in demand right now. There are a lot of businesses that want employees, especially around this time, and you can secure some money for 2 weeks. If you want to apply yourself tomorrow, anywhere, you'll get hired. You'll get hired, and possibly you can earn 50,000 in 2 weeks. It's possible, or more. So you'll have enough cash for Christmas, but you got to start working now. Going to protest won't help. All you'll get is 5,000 from Mohammed's. That's all you'll get, and some jail time. So I say, no protest. I'm putting this out there. Whether they schedule this thing for tomorrow or Tuesday or the 10th, Wednesday, one of them days before Wednesday, they will try to achieve this objective. My sources reveal that it's tomorrow. They don't want to announce it publicly, or they're playing around with the information because of, the possibility that it can be blocked or stopped, or to make the police aware. Now, I am making the police aware that this is being circulating. I have information. I'm not revealing my sources, but like I said before, the PNC with WIN are planning protest before Wednesday, to help to influence the court and also to see how best they can topple the Ali government. They will get a lot of Venezuelans on their side, with folks from the ghetto, and those who might receive the cash grant from WIN. Yeah, that too. Azruddin Mohammed's cash grant. Yeah, that too. I know some of you think that it's a hoax, but it's not a hoax. You see, he knows you can't cash the check at the bank. He knows that. But he'll give the check anyway, because he knows you can't cash it. He's the one that's going to trick you. He will like, no, we can't walk around with so much cash to come to Linden to share cash. The check is okay. No, don't worry. Don't worry what to say. You go to the bank, you can cash it. That's the hoax, that he's going to trick you by giving you a paper to say you can cash, knowing that you can't cash it. Because the people that follow them are so stupid, they can't tell the difference. They'll believe anything. So this is the team of AIDS victims, not victims, patients, the team of AIDS patients, Azruddin, Norton, and fucking Campbell, that has a major case of acquired intelligence deficiency scunt, not syndrome, scunt. That team will hold this massive protest. Ask them about it. I know that guy who calls himself Dr. This and Dr. That is spreading fake news, is not true. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing is true. You said President Ali lied, right? About cash grant. Isn't he giving cash grants? You said Jagdeo, some fake news about Jagdeo is somewhere, is in heaven. He appeared on a party. It wasn't that fake news? You said Azruddin is smart. He has AIDS. Acquired intelligence deficiency scunt. Isn't that fake news? You said Norton is pretty. Oh, fuck, no. That slipped out. Not pretty. You said Norton is a looker. That's a lie. The lie detector test says that's a lie. So we'll see if what I'm saying Would not happen. Now, I am saying this because I want to alert the Guyanese. I want to make them aware of the fact that the PNC and the Win Party is planning a protest against the Indo-Guyanese. What is supposed to be their Indian brothers and sisters. They're planning a coup against them, a protest against them, to destabilize Guyana to the detriment of the Indo-Guyanese. Why? Because they see the Indo-Guyanese as in their way. In their mind, the Indo-Guyanese are taking everything from the country. What are they taking? They work like fucking slaves. What are they taking? On my next show, I'm going to delve a little bit more into that. But for now, the rest of you Guyanese, Afro-Guyanese, you have a job, right? You have a family. You have a future. You're educating yourself. You're taking advantage of the free education from tertiary, from nursery to tertiary to university that the Ali government is offering. You're taking advantage of that. You understand the value of patriotism. I'm talking to you. Tell the PNC in these words, go fuck yourself. We are not taking part in any plan or plot to destabilize the government, the country, or to destroy our Christmas. We need to have a merry Christmas this year, thanks to President Ali. We need to have that, and nothing and no one is going to stop it. Period. Tell them people that, Afro-Guyanese, love your Indian brother, love your Indian sister, protect them against them thugs, them vagabonds, them robbers, protect them against that. Don't go and protest for nothing and for no one. Let Azruddin go and face his crimes, and let the PNC get a job. Let the PNC get a job. Campbell failed as a businessman, that's his problem. He failed as a politician too. Because with all the new team that the PNC had, look what happened to them. The new team of the PNC, the new face of the PNC lost massively. And they're trying to win support back by trying to seduce the Amerindians and seduce the ghetto to come out and protest for them. Imagine, for them. Well, if this protest goes through, I am calling on the PPP supporters. Let us have a counter protest. Counter protest. Let's show them our numbers. If you see some live somewhere tomorrow that Norton and these others are out protesting for cash grant, no, it's not cash grant. It's not cash grant. We got to come out and protect our government. It's not cash grant. We counter protest and come with our tens of thousands and show them that we are the American military and they're the fucking Venezuelans. Let's see who have the most fighting spirit. Because we will stand with President Ali and the government forever. Fuck them. No protest, no coup. All right? Until next time. Goodbye now.